Welcome to Kyle Field in College Station, Texas. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. It's the Oklahoma Sooners and the Texas A&M Aggies. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe down on the sideline, and Holly, a little familiarity in this one.
I caught up with Oklahoma's head coach before the game. He understands that they are walking into a very difficult situation today. Their opponents have a big winning streak on hand, but so do they. He said, I believe that we can come and set the tone early. Look for them to be very balanced in their play calling, show why they've won these games 3 in a row, and really set the tone here early in the first quarter. Guys?
Holly, thank you. This ought to be a tremendous matchup. And the Sooners will kick off first, and here we go. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The run inside. It's Owens. Crosses the 30 to the 31 on a 6-yard pickup. Guys, let's take a minute here and talk about Texas A&M. At some point, the media needs to recognize this is a team on a hot streak. They've put together a nice record, winning 3 straight, now knocking on the door of the top 25.
Yeah, and I think, Reese, the media also realizes what happened early in the season, and they took a few lumps, and they were kind of figuring out who they are. But I feel like the last 3 weeks, Jesse, they're playing as well as anybody in the country, and they know what their identity is.
I agree. I think in college football, year in, year out, teams get better and teams get worse. This is the former. They all of a sudden are starting to realize and figure out what gives them the best chance to win week in, week out. Guys are playing at a very high level. I don't see that stopping today.
Now they'll face 3rd and 4 in their first possession of the game. On the draw, it's Owens. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Making side adjustments here. 4th down, Reed. Release to the back. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not the way you want to start your first drive, and the defense forces a turnover.
Well, statistically, this defense is not one of the better units against the pass. They're trying to change that here today. What a great job tracking the ball down, making a play on it, stabbing it out of the air for a big...
Turning it on! Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy in the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
Inside the 15, 1st and 10 from the 14. They'll ride the hot hand. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Back to throw, it's Mateer. Working that left side now. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing it.
Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. They'll snap it from the gun on 3rd down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. Oh, and he took a shot as he threw that one away.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
This crowd busting the decibel meter and trying to will a fourth down stop. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Has it. Will not get it. A fourth down stop. He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Here comes the Aggies offense out to start this drive. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Throwing Reed. That's caught. It's Johnson. How about that effort to get it out across the 20? They'll mark it at the 21. It's a first down.
Quarterback showing you some resiliency here on this drive. He threw a pick on the opening drive of the game, but he was able to turn the page right away. You can't let that bad play affect you, and they're letting him throw it. They're being aggressive, and he's proving that he can still make good decisions here. He can find the open target and deliver strikes.
Running inside. It's a fumble on the play. And he falls on top of his own fumble, and the offense will retain possession. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Reed. That's reeled in. It's Johnson. And an absolutely fearless tackle. Giving up size, still got him on the turf.
During the week, you got to talk to your quarterback. Quarterback, what do you like? What's your favorite, safest routes, easiest reads? Love coming out with those early with the short passing game.
Ball spotted at the 29. Here they come on third and short. To the ground to try to move the chains. Maybe a crease. So important to convert these third downs, and they get it done. They'll have it at the 42.
Big third down conversion, getting the ball to your running back, and he does the rest. This guy, I think, will get a lot more touches.
And you want to know why he's on the field on third down? Because he can block, he can catch the ball, and you can also hand it off to him, and he can go find the sticks and keep drives alive. What a weapon.
Reed. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on him. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Working well behind the sticks on second down. Play fake, Marcel Reed. Bringing the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see that often, right? This guy is elite. He's one of the best in the business. This is what he does for a living, obviously. That's why he gets paid millions of dollars. Yes, NIL is real. So I don't expect many misses from this guy like that.
Third and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on fourth down. Quarterback making adjustments. From the gun on third down, it's Marcel Reed. Under fire. And down he goes.
And they get to the quarterback and get the sack. That's a big emphasis for this defense. They saw a week ago, this offense gave up 3 sacks. They need to get to him early and often and create some indecision. Nice job getting a sack early in this football game.
And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Quickly to the tight end. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. The Sooners, right after the huge play through the air, back to the line. From the gun, running back on the move. And he's knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll do it for the first quarter. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Looking to throw, it's Mateer. Fires to the big fella. Good pick up, a little bit short of the sticks.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. What that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play.
The 12th man putting a stamp on this game right now and bringing it on third down. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
How about the eye-hand coordination by the tight end there? That ball was not put on his body, wasn't put on his face mask, but he's able to stick out the big hand and pluck it right out of the air.
The Sooners will go for it on fourth down. They'll run for it. It's Robinson. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
You know, you go for it on 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
Looking downfield on first down. Pocket breaking down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Backed up now, here's second and long. They'll move the tight end. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Here comes the heat. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Man, I love those guys that are willing to put their body on the line, and he does it right here, man. Just lays out. That ball's coming in. You can see it from several yards out, making that play, laying out, keeping the football from touching the turf. Great concentration, great effort by the receiver.
Now from inside the red zone. Looking for the score. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season, just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
The Aggies offense will have another go at it. Things haven't gone exactly the way they drew it up. Turnover, punt, and now they have it back. Here's Reed to throw. Fakes to grab. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few.
And I think one of the secret sauces from a year ago for A&M was Craver and Concepcion. They were the best 1-2 punch in college football as far as playmaking receivers. Guys that could catch it short and take it long. Now you bring in Horton, who comes over from Alabama. This receiving core now can...
There's a crease. Across the 35, out of bounds at the 36, and a really good pickup as they're starting to move. Running the ball's in the Aggies' DNA. I mean, that dates back to the Junction Boys.
It's the physicality. They find those guys up front that can make holes, and I think that's when you've seen the great A&M teams. Really good offensive line, paving the way for those backs and those great teams they've had.
It's incomplete, and trust me, you will not see that very often from this guy. It's second down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Behind the chains now on second and long. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Owens.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They've got to come up with a big play on this third and long. Tight end now in motion. In the gun, third down, Reed. Going to try to get it himself. He slides past the first down marker, and he'll convert that third and long.
Really nice awareness that time by the quarterback in a third down situation, knowing exactly where the first down marker was. It wasn't there open to throw the football. He was very smart. He got out, he took off running, knew exactly where he had to get to keep his offense on the field.
Plows through the defense.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Quarterback may change this route. Throwing Reed. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
They have work in front of them on third and short from the 42. They'll try to run for it. Might have a chance. He's brought down the one, a play for this offense, and they'll have it at the 12-yard line. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. In the red area, it's Owens. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. When this place gets loud, it starts to sway. They've renovated, reinforced, and still the rafters are shaking.
Yeah, and they still come out, and they still got the 12th man tradition. There's so many traditions at this school, and that's why they support and they love their team, and people want to come play here.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. To the air, it's Mateer. Grabbed over the middle. It's Sategna.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Really great job in coverage by the defender on that play, swatting the ball away.
A 3rd and short coming from their own 20-yard line. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Hauls it in. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
If you're going to stop the run game, you better be physical up front on the defensive line. They've got some maulers. They've got some dudes with bad intentions. Nice play there.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Got his man downfield. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line. They'll rush to the line. Clock stopped for the 1st down. They'll set the chains and wind the clock. 3rd down, a lot of times it comes down to not necessarily who's the most open, who do you trust the most?
No, it's not about the X's and the O's. It's about the Jimmys and the Joes. And when my guy's better than you and I get you matched up out wide and I know I trust you, I'm finding you.
In most instances, I would say really, really nice decision by the quarterback. But when you've got speed like this guy has, I think you'd sometimes, instead of throwing it away, would like to see him take off and see if he can go make some.
Runs through a man. He might have space. Stopped and forced out of bounds at the 21-yard line, just outside the red zone, and they are looking to get one in here.
Well, you're trailing into games. Someone's got to make a play. There's an accurate throw by the quarterback, and when you throw it accurately like that, you give your receiver an opportunity to advance the ball. Good, strong running. He's able to break a tackle, and that's an explosive play they need now as they're trying to tie this game up.
Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Timeout taken here by the Aggies. That'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. And backed up, 1st and goal. This defense fighting to hold the lead and carry it to the locker room. They'll run with Robinson. He's going for the goal line. And he breaks the play. Touchdown, Oklahoma!
And this offense really struggled in the 1st half, but how about taking the last possession down the field, punching 6 on the board with a chance to tie this football game up. Low scoring, but nice job finishing this half with a touchdown.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Fielded in the end zone, it's Bussey. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This late in the half, here's the question. How aggressive will the play calling be? On the run, it's Owens. Powers through the defender. Found a little bit of running room on that one, but he's brought down and the clock continues to run. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. They feed him again. Creates a little room. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a 1st down. As we close in on halftime, a timeout is taken here. It's 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to change this route. The run inside. It's Owens. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, week 12, almost zero margin for error. Just the way we like it here on the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with a look at Illinois taking on the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's the Illini in an absolute fist fight with a team that has been every bit their equal today. Both offenses putting up points. Feels like anything can happen in this second half. Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Just a pickup of a couple out to the 15-yard line.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
That's caught. It's Harris. Out of bounds at the 27-yard line, and this offense needed a play like that.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Running inside. It's Robinson. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. And the Sooners in the hurry-up.
And you're seeing the offense now mix up the tempos. After a successful run, they're now going hurry-up.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And we knew the linebackers were the strength of this defense, but coming in the offense, man, they felt really good about their running back. And so far, man, it's been a fun matchup to watch, but advantage to these guys that have been filling gaps, scraping, getting to the football, making plays. This linebacker unit really held down this rushing attack that they usually hang their hat on.
Looking for a man. It's Mateer. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Such a big part to convert these third downs, and they've got it at the 42. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
You just sense the frustration starting to build, not only on offense, but I think with this running back as well. He is so talented. He's had some massive games throughout his career. Just haven't been able to get him going early in this game. That was a pretty...
Got a little grass. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, the defense is on their heels right now. They're going to have to find a way to stop this guy. When he's got a head of steam, boy, he is hard to bring down.
The Sooners will snap it on 1st and 10. This time he wants to throw. Going downfield for the big play. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Texas A&M has it back, and we say howdy to the Aggie offense again. They haven't really been able to light up this scoreboard, but putting points up would be huge here. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Quarterback making checks. Reed throws to the tight end. Makes the catch. It's Johnson. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field, and they're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
He now has 110 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
They'll go right back to him. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
They've crossed midfield at the 45 with a 1st and 10. Play action with Reed. Looking to buy time. On the run, deep down the right side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says. Pushed back behind the chains. It's 1st and 15. Catch in the middle, it's Johnson. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Delay to the back. It's Owens. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
This feels like 4-down territory, 3rd and short from the 40. Reed. Under fire. And they got it.
Well, you got to give this defense credit. They have hemmed him in all game. There has been nothing for this guy running the ball, whether it's been designed QB runs or on scrambles. And a nice job there with great effort. Taking the angles away, they're able to hone in on him and get him down for a massive loss on that sack.
And the punt will go into the end zone, and the ball comes out to the 20 on the touchback. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Pulls it in. It's Robinson. Pickup of 8. It's now 2nd and 2. The Sooners with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. They'll run out of the gun. Here's Xavier Robinson. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. The pull and throw off the RPO. They get him down, and that'll be the final play of the 3rd period. This game is all but officially a wrap as we take a look at the top 25 late in the season. Time running short if teams want to make their move in the rankings. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. To the air, it's Mateer. Makes the grab. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Man, you put those slot receivers in there, and here's why you do it. You back them off the football a lot of times, but who's guarding them? A lot of times those are linebackers. Those are safeties. You get those good matchups where you can feature one of your speedsters, and a lot of times good things happen.
And the Sooners are moving quickly down the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He unleashes a long one. Goes high to pull it in. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And that's exactly how you draw it up on offense, man. You run the football, you get those bodies committed, Jesse, and you use speed out wide with a little bit of play action.
A really nice job of setting it up by the play caller, you're right. And those linebackers and safeties, they want to come down and support the run, but a really nice throw, excellent route, and they're able to connect for a massive TD.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Craver. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Might be changing the route. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Here's Reed to throw. Fires to the middle. Pulls it in, it's Riley. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down.
And if you're going to play zone coverage, man, you've got to get to the quarterback because those holes are going to pop open at some point. Nice job hanging in the pocket. Good protection by the offensive line, finding the strike over the middle of the field, but started with the protection up front.
This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success, but on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Dropping back, it's Reed. Fires to the big fella. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
Oh, that just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
They've got it at the 41, 3rd and short, trying to keep the chains moving. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And he gets it done on 3rd down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44.
Well, I think this running back has proved in this game here tonight that he can be counted on and relied on, right? And a big moment right here, late in the game when they need to run the ball to ice this thing, he's able to deliver.
Big drive for this offense late, trying to tie the game. They've pieced together a couple of first downs, and here they come again. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He might want another play. They'll keep it on the ground. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. That's good for fighting Texas Aggies. Texas A&M back to work with another first down. Throwing Reed. Makes the catch, and he's free. And he's out of bounds, but not before a good, sizable pickup, and that has been a rare sight in this one.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense, coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
On the ground, it's Edwards. They get him stopped after a 2-yard gain. Ball is at the 17.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
after picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Motion from the wideout. Reed. Quickly complete. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And here comes money down for this offense. 3rd down execution is a premium. You work on it all week ad nauseum for these moments when you can execute when the field starts to shrink.
From the gun on 3rd down, Reed. It's incomplete. He was shooting for the end zone right there.
And now with that play, for this offense, it's got to have it time. I'm going for it on 4th down. Obviously, a field goal does nothing. But I got 3 timeouts, and that is a good thing. Because I have those in my pocket, I can attack the whole field. I just got to focus in on the yardage to get this 4th down and move the sticks.
Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down.
Hey, kill it. 949 Rockstar. 949 Rockstar. Copper.
The offense changing the play. Marcel Reed to throw for it on 4th. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Aggies. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The Aggies get it right back. Big point after here, looking for the tie late. And the extra point was good, and we are all tied up in the 4th. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. The give out of the gun. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Finds his tight end. They were able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
And I think the defense doing a really good job of understanding this is late in the game. It matters. Taking away the sidelines, taking away the middle of the field, making him kind of check the football down, go through his progressions, and make that clock tick.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Tie game here late in the 4th. They want to control the ball, and they're not going to punt it away. They'll go for it on 4th down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete.
And listen, obviously, this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense, getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Now a timeout called by the Sooners. That's their first. And they'll still have 2 timeouts left for the rest of this game. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Reed. Zings it complete to the right. They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give them a first down. It's a fine line right now between being aggressive, trying to win it here, and not blowing the game with a turnover. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. They'll run it in the red zone. It's Edwards.
It's all tied up. This offensive line, they want the pressure. They want everything to go through them here. They're saying, look, let's just run the ball. Let's get this thing down closer and closer to the goal line. Let's bleed some clock and put ourselves into position to win.
He's got it again. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Timeout called by the defense, 29 seconds to go.
All right, no secrets with this offense. We're going to keep running the football. Let that clock tick. Keep two hands on the football. And then where does my kicker like to kick it the most? You see some people like it from the right hash or the left hash. Some people like it in the middle. Run the clock. Get my kicker in the position he wants to be in. Try to kick the field goal with the least amount of time as possible.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points. And this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds.
Timeout, Texas A&M.
So here we are on 4th down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world.